Hello there, my name's Mark and these are my Dice Tales, and today I've been playing Burning Sands from Crom's Anvil, from the author Michael Stocking, I think I say that right. And I stumbled on it because I've been exploring 15mm range. Initially I thought I was just going to play Rangers of Shadow Deep at 15mm, but then I found these absolutely gorgeous Conan-esque miniatures. So we've got, there we go, some Conan figures there. We've got a Conan, his colleague in Sword and Shield, the female. Not Red Sonja, but I painted her red anyway. The Steeps Archer, the Arabian Chinese Archer. We've got hyena models there, because I knew, just to sort of not got all humanoid foes. And then these savages, so we've got a spear wielder, an axe wielder, a bow wielder, a voodoo caster, and a barbarian chieftain. My camera isn't picking up very well in the details. I'll see, well, maybe just visit the website, Crom's Anvil, you'll see much better images. That's just my paint job on them. And so, I've got a game. There's only one scenario in the book, which is Conan escapes from a sorcerer and he's slept in a tomb for the night, but he's awoken by howling, so he needs to go out to investigate. And that's where I'm going to kick off the video, so let's go and see that. And I'll catch you on the other side for a bit more talking. Okay, so this is a setup for the first game, and we've got our barbarian emerging from a tomb in the middle of some sort of ruins. We have two advancing wolf packs. We've got a wolf pack here, consisting of 3 models, and a wolf pack in the distance here, also consisting of 3 models. Now, there are some pretty cards you can print off and download, however my printer is out of ink, so I've just got the stats here. So the hero has a prowess of 3, a wits of 2, and a vitality of 6. So the vitality is his health, and also how many action points in his pool. So he's going to start with 6 action points in his pool. And the wolves are weaker, but there's obviously more of them. Prowess of 2, wits of 1, vitality of 2, and they get a bonus movement of +4. This is a dead simple scenario. It's basically thumping grunts, and I was thinking about ways to expand it, but I'm really just going to keep it simple as to the rules as per the books. I was considering having sort of rolling for traps, and this is what I'd see inside the tomb. Does our barbarian hero, can he find the treasure? Can he pick the lock and disable the trap with? So potentially I was thinking I could roll a few more dice, I could roll on my wits, and possibly either start with depleted pool or depleted health when I come out to face the hungry wolves. As to why I come out, I'm guessing you have to crawl into this cave, so it's probably not a good place to fight. You probably can't swing a sword as well as a wolf could chew you up inside the small tomb area. So we're just starting with the hero outside the tomb and learning combat and learning movement. And I'm not going to show you the tokens, so basically each wolf has a 2 vitality pool, and our hero, as I've said, has a 6 vitality pool. I'm going to keep those off the camera. Let's get on with it. Okay, so first of all you roll for initiative. So for initiative, each phase you'd add up the vitality of both sides, so we're both starting at full health. Because the wolves are at full health, they have 2 vitality each, so that's 6 per group, so they're going to get +6, and they simply roll a d6. Adding 6, there's no way my hero can beat that, but just to go through the rules again, he would add up his vitality pool. He's at full health, so that's 6 plus a d6. Oh, we both get maximum, but it's not enough to beat. The wolves are probably going to go first until I start slaying a few of them. So next we roll individually for each wolf. So my Crom, my barbarian, is going to be rolling the black dice. My wolves, I'm going to try and stick to using the red dice. I do apologise if I do get that confused. I'll just roll a random dice during the game at some point. So I'm going to use the ones at the front here. They're going to advance. So the leader of the pack. So to move, that's a prowess activation test. It's not really a test, you just roll to see how far you move. So you roll 2d6 because that's how many prowess. Each point in prowess is a d6. So I roll 2d6, and these are killer dice today. They're gonna fall out when I get to combat. But basically that means I move 11 centimeters. So They are based on penny coins, 11 centimeters. Gets me just shy of Conan, so it looks like it gets me just onto the ledge. So that spent one of his 2 vitality pools to move that far. He could spend his other vitality to roll the dice again and move further up. Oh, I forgot to add the +4. Let's add another 4 centimeters. Again, I don't think... just short, so he's growling at me. I could roll again and spend his other vitality to move and get him into close combat. However, I would then be defenseless, because when you're attacked, you also spend your vitality pools to defend and attack back, so that it's a roll-off rather than just stabbing you. Okay, so he's going to save his action point. I'm going to use a token just to say he's got an action point. So normally that would be off camera, but just for visuals, I'm going to keep it there. So the yellow wolf behind him doesn't move as far, so he's got 8 and 9. Let's see if he's going to even come into camera. He's a bit shy. Just a little bit onto there. I know what, I'm going to push this and use his vitality and move him a bit further. So I'm going to want him snaking round. So he's only got 3. I think I still have the +4 here, so 7. I don't actually want to get into combat, and I don't want to... I'm going to be intelligent. I don't want him to get into a place where my barbarian can attack both of them. Because then I want him to expend his vitality pool trying to get to me to fight me. But he has no defense now, so that's why I'm doing that, just to show you. I could rush down thinking, oh, that one's now tired out, it's panting, it's got its tongue out. I can kill that without any retribution. So he's spent his pool. So he's got a token knowing that I've got 1 left, and the one behind. 4 with +4 on the stat card is 8, and another 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I made them, I must have placed them just out of range of sort of engaging on the first turn. Should we have a turn dice? Have we got a turn dice? Let's use this black dice, and let's have turn 1. You know, going on down there. So try and move that, keeping track of how long this takes. So move, and again, let's just have a token saying we're readied. So I know, because one group has moved, it's actually all the enemies are going to move. So let's roll for the ones at the back. These should be a bit further away. So I'm going to get it out of the way. I'm going to roll extra dice. Have I got any more oranges? Nope. I'm going to spend both vitality and just roll both dice at the same time. So we've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I can move a whopping 20 because these are dead far away. All the way up to there. Don't think I really want to move that far. Just going to go short to under that ledge. So again, he's spent his pool. Let's be smart about it. The other ones are just going to move up cautiously because no one's engaged in combat. So I've got 9 and 10 centimeters here. Running up. And the last one, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, again, 10 centimeters. So this is a very organised pack. They are moving as one in motion. By the way, this board is 2 foot by 2 foot. It is an exercise mat. Again, these twos have only moved 1 vitality point worth, so they've got 1 left, so let's give them a token. Now it's Crom the Barbarian with his 6 vitality pool. Being a barbarian, I'm going to rush out and take out this first one. I'm not going to say I can attack both from there. So, first of all, I need to spend 1 vitality to make a movement. Let's see if I've got some tokens spare. So I've just got a pool of some tokens here. Let's keep them on his card. So I'm spending 1 to do movements. So 2 dice. How far I can move? 12. I can move a whopping 12. Well, I can go anywhere on the board. I can just leg it off the board. 12. Okay, I can get down off my rock, basically. So anyone is in range. I'm going to go into this aggressive one at the front. So I then spend a second one of my vitality, leaving me with 4 left. And I attack with, my prowess is 3, if you remember from my stat card. I'm going to try and edit the video, maybe put a nicer stat card up onto the video on the corner here. And my wolf has 2 prowess. So wolves are orange, Conan is black. And it's dead simple, you just add up the dice and whoever rolls higher wounds the other person. Because I have more dice, it should be more obvious that I'm going to roll more than them most of the time. However, I have played this scenario about 3 times now. Once I got wiped out, once I've been untouched, because you can roll criticals and such like that. So the wolf is spending his action points because he's retaliating. I've rolled over both his numbers anyway, and I do 1 damage. And they are 2 damaged creatures, so I'm going to use a token for that as well. He's taken 1 damage. That would also reduce his vitality pool, however he's at 0 anyway. But you've got to remember it's 2 stats. You've got a vitality stat, which is your health, and a vitality pool. It's when you get to villains and bosses, when you start to get higher statted creatures. So I didn't finish it off. I've got 4 actions left. I'm thinking I'm actually going to dash around and sort of stab everything, so I'm going to spend an action to move. There's no rules about disengaging from combat. Let's just see how far I can move. About 5 centimetres. 6 centimetres even, there. And I'm going to engage the other one. And then I'm going to attack it. So he's going to spend 1 to retaliate. I'm going to spend 1 to attack it. And again, my 3 dice versus his 2. Okay, that's a mighty hit. So he's got 3, 4, I've got 6, 11, 12, and I've got a 6. So that means I actually do 2 damage to him instead of the 1. It doesn't matter how many 6s I roll. If I rolled 6, 6, 6, it will still be 2 damage. You only take a critical once. So I've beaten him, that's 1 damage. The 6 that I rolled gave me 2 damage. I've killed a wolf. Let's take the trophy and put it there. We can use that for experience later on. I'll maybe explain that when I'm doing the face-to-face video. And I still have 2 actions left. I think I'm safe from this pool of creatures over here, so I could move. So I'm going to do that. 7 centimetres, so I don't actually need to move 1. And then spend my last 1 to attack. Now this time, I'm only rolling to hit it in the hope that I get crits. It doesn't have a vitality pool because it moved twice to get to there, and it can't defend. And, look at that, I got a 6. So, very barbarian-esque. I came out of my tomb and spotted the leader, quickly stabbed it, giving it a mortal wound but not finishing it off. While it was distracted and bleeding out, I leapt down the steep, slaughtered one of the wolves, and then I run off and slaughtered the second one. So now I'm going to be safe next turn, because next turn this creature is only going to get, because it only has 1 vitality now, it's only going to get 1 action point in its vitality pool, so it can only move up to me and not attack. These guys are probably too far away, they're probably going to move up. It's a very good start for Crom. So let's go on to turn 2. So initiative has changed now because 2 of them have been killed. So we've got 6 and 7. So the baddies have +7. I've got +6 because I haven't been wounded. And Crom is black, so I'm actually going to go first this time, which is interesting. So my vitality pool is still 6, so let's get my tokens back on my card. A little bit hard to pick up on the sandy shores. And reset the opponents. So my first one is going to move back up to my tomb. I want to defend my little dwelling. So spend 1 to move. I know I didn't roll that, but it's only a short distance. And unless I roll a double one, I would have taken that back. And now I'm going to attack. So it does have a vitality point of 1, so it's going to spend its 1. I'm going to spend 1 to attack it, and we roll the dice. It's got 10. I've only got 5, 6, 7, 8. It has attacked me this time. That means I lose a vitality, and I also lose one of my tokens from my pool. So, oof, nasty. I'm going to take a wound as well, just to remind me. I'm going to keep that over here. I probably can't see that on the camera, but it will remind me. So my vitality going into the next turn at the moment would be 5. Let's see if I can stop taking any more wounds. So I'm going to try and finish it off. So I've whipped it into a rage, having to finish off its two packmates. So I spent one. However, it's spent the last of its energy. Because it defended against me, it now can't attack back. And I finished it off. Let's take that as a trophy over here and mop up its bloody stain. Rightio. And I still have 2 points left. I'm going to save them just for defense. If one of these maybe makes a great roll, it could attack me, I could spend them in defense. If all 3 of them make a very good movement roll, maybe they might get a free attack on me because I can only defend 2 of their 3 attacks if that's what happens. So let's see, the leader hyena. Wolf, hyena, you know, it's all a dog-based creature. He's going to charge up. So he's got 5, 6, 7. Remember, it gets +4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Are you close enough in centimeters? I'm not going to bother with rules for climbing. For action and dramaticism, it was very touch and go. I'm going to say it's touching in. So 1 vitality point spent to move. With 2 dice, plus its bonus movement. And now I'm going to spend 1 in defense, leaving me with 1 left, and he will be expended after this. He's got a 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ouch! And he's got a crit. So he's doing 2 damage to me. So this could go in any direction. I've got 1 for taking a hit, 1 for taking a crit, and that has removed my extra vitality pool, so I've actually got no defences left anymore. So if one of these wolves can get into close combat with me, they're quitting. So I'm down to 3 vitality when I started with 6. So let's move one of the other big wolves in. 10, that's 14. Is this the end of Crom? Is this the end of Crom? Ooh, just short. So even I think I'd say I'm safe. But let's see what next turn does. Seeing that I'm wounded and can't defend, I'm actually going to move in and do my extra movements. So I'm going to come around here. I'm going to say that because we're on the edge there, he can attack up and leap. Last wolf over here. Let's see how far he moves. Always being cautious. Only 8. That only gets into there. Very tempted to say it's a boss one and give him a few more vitality points, but no, let's move him in like the rest. They're all pack creatures, aren't they? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Again, he's just short, so he's used both his vitality to move up, but it doesn't matter because I've got no vitality left. Let's move on to turn 3. Okay, turn 3. Bam, bam, bam. Reset your vitality points. So I've only got 3 now. So where I started the game by having a 6 pool, because of the wounds I've taken, I've only got 3. These are all fully refreshed wolves, so they've got 6 altogether. And 2 of them are in base combat with me already. I don't know if you can attack twice. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I was reading the Crom rules, and they had, if you had no vitality pool left, an enemy creature could only attack you once in that state. I can't remember if I saw that in the Burning Sands rule. I may need to double check. So, who's going to go first? We need an initiative roll. So Crom, I'm going to add, my vitality is 3, so add a d6, 3, 4, 5. Their vitality is 6. They've already won, but let's roll the dice anyway. Their initiative is lots. Right. Let's have Yellow Wolf attack. Where have all my dice gone? So I'm going to spend 1 in retaliation with my Barbarian, and the Wolf is spending the first of his 2 vitality. Ooh, couldn't go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got him! And it's a critical wound with the 6, so I do 2 wounds to him. Let's take another trophy, another pelt. This is going to keep me warm in this cold Desert Knight. There should be some sort of pluck or giving roll to give you your stamina back. Can I survive the next 2 wolves? So that was great, so you can't attack me twice. The wolf on the floor here, I'm not giving any disadvantage for the height or anything like that. There's no modifiers. You could home rule it yourself, but again, it's wolf. That wolf is going to spend its first vitality point. And again, Crom is blessing these dice today. Critical hits, rolled much higher than him. Whack! Double-handed slash, slashes into one without a hesitation, swings his sword round and takes it into the other wolf. So now we're on even stakes with the final wolf. Unfortunately, it has to roll to move up to me. Let's roll it. Again, I'm tempted to say, because it's got +4 move, it could get a free action. Yeah, I'm thinking of extra home rules already. But then its second vitality point, which will leave it with no defense. It's got the crits and higher than me. Ooh, I'm down to 1. So it takes 1 for beating me and 1 for the crits. And I spent 1. Have I got 1 left? Did I count these out right? So the first one attacked me, I critted it. The second one I attacked and critted. This one has just attacked me. That's it. We're out of points. It's whoever wins the initiative, I think. I've got 1, it's got 2. That could be where the game swings. Wow. Okay, turn 4. That was a quite bloody game. Dun, dun, dun. So I've got 1 vitality. So I'm adding a D on turn 4. My initiative is a D6 plus 1. 7. That's fantastic. The wolf is a D6 plus 2. Ooh. I don't think it really matters because the roll-off is going to be the same either way. Unless I get a crit, I think the wolf wins because I can't defend against his 2 attacks. Right. Oh, and the wolf has won in this scenario. So the wolf's on the red dice, 6, 2 damage. I've only got 1 left anyway. As Crom swings, this baddie boss wolf claps its jaws around my throat and takes me down. He's going to have a big feast tonight. Well, that's the end of my adventure in Burning Sands. Perhaps the story says one of my unpainted colleagues comes along and saves me, shooting the wolf with an arrow from a distance before I can be truly eaten and gouged. Or one of the Star Trek crew bring down and save me in a similar fashion. I don't know where the story's going to take me yet, but that is it. They were the rules. You see, it's just a very simple dice pool mechanic. I think it's going to get more interesting when you have villains with more vitality points and it's not just a sort of an outright kill. This is the 3rd game I've played and I'm just trying different ways of videoing it. I've died twice and won once. The one where I won, I was untouched. So swing your dice rolls in a way. And the game is what you make it. It's really a toolbox. I mean, this is the only scenario which is just throwing 2 grunts at you. So that's it. That's the board. I knocked this up in just about 2 or 3 days. As I say, PVA and plaster. And I've got a village to come. Again, this is just foam core boards. And again, I might go into that in the talkie video as well. Hello, welcome back. So that was a disaster. I got eaten alive. Unless, of course, my narrative says I was saved by my colleague, the little archer here. So it's a very simple system. So basically you have a character, so there's images of cards. You saw me just using sort of office supplies to write down the cards because my printer's run out of ink. Sort of printing this out, even though this is the print friendly version. Just 1 or 2 images like that dotted throughout there. So the character has 3 stats, a prowess, a wits and a vitality. So prowess is doing everything from moving and running to bashing down doors, bashing open chests, bashing things in. Prowess, it's your strength, it's your endurance. Then you've got your wits, so that would more in line to, I think we can't see the sorcerer's wits on there unfortunately, but it would be doing casting spells, picking locks, I think spotting. I think spotting someone being sneaky is on your wits, and then your vitality, which is your health pool, and also your number of available action points, vitality points, action points. So as you saw it working in there, basically I'm a tough hero. I'm larger than life, so I've got 3 times more vitality than my enemy, but I fight 2 enemy groups. So the first one's going to whittle me down. If it's too good, it will literally take me down, and the other one will finish me off, as it did in this case. So you can see I took out one group without taking out any health at all. Then the second group started getting lucky and getting some critical hits on me, which was the end of me in that scenario. So the rules are only 36 pages. I think he started working on them in 2016 and maybe sort of published them on his website around about 2017, a bit more official. You can get them from his website. You can also get them from Drivethrurpg, so I'll do links below for that, of both sites, whichever one you're going to use, whether you're American or UK based. So as well as the models, he's got fantastic buildings, and there's a link to a website where he goes into how he casts his buildings and makes the resin casts. He builds them, first of all, very much in the style that I built them, using foam core, probably a bit more detail and a bit more finesse than what I did. And then casting the buildings that he does like into resin. I might need to look into doing that. But other than that, fairly simple. What else do I need to mention? Oh, so I was saying it was based on another rule set called Crom. I briefly looked into that. Crom seemed like someone else's project, but hasn't been much work on it for many years from what I can tell. So whether this is like a spiritual successor, I don't know the relationship between the two people. Was it just this guy picking up on a project and making it, adding on his own home rules and fleshing out some systems? Is what he says in his designer notes in the back few pages of this. So what I didn't do in the actual game itself, there are advanced rules for digging deep. So when I realised that I was going to be killed, I could have dug deep. No, that still would have killed me. I could have dug deep earlier on, maybe, when I took some wounds to try and beat maybe the first critical hit that I took. I could have dug deep to try and see if I could cause more damage to him to stop his critical getting through. Would reduce my vitality, which I would have lost anyway. I don't know. And there are then further rules for usurping, beating the initiative order. Again, you'd lose your vitality pool a little bit in the effort to you going first and maybe getting that lucky hit in. And finally, there's an extra set of rules which can buy an extra charge, which goes into two-handed weapons, single-handed weapons, sword and shield style, double-handed styles, and lots more. I don't know, I haven't delved into that one, I just got the basics. I feel this the first scenario I would have liked to show you more. I would have maybe liked to see a bit of sneaking, a bit of lockpicking. I mean, that was just a bashing grunts on the head scenario. I like to have things more involved than that. So because this is only a rule set with no scenarios, it's a toolbox, I'm going to have to think about something. There are some good ideas on his website. On his website there is a wiki section which has a link to a comic. It doesn't go into detail, it's literally a comic book, but you can see that he starts with this scenario, escaping from the tomb, but then he goes on to his adventures. He's attacked overnight, so another sort of very basic combat, maybe with more characters. I think he introduces the female barbarian. He then goes on to going into town and bringing in the buildings, defending the town from attack from bandits, being the saviour of the town. He then goes on to investigate further things, savages out on the plains, investigates a temple where you introduces the magic system where acolytes are fueling the power, so an evil enchantress can summon undead, and you're also fighting mercenaries, and it goes on from there. Recently there's been an update on his Facebook group that is moving on to sort of the seas of, I can't pronounce the town, Shmug, something like that. I don't know if that's from the Conan books or not, but he does have a town name in there with too many S's and H's and G's for me to pronounce. But he talks about going into the seas of the area. He's got a lovely resin boat that you can buy soon, and some ghouls and apes, which I think I've come across in the Conan Howard books. though it's been a while since I've read them. But I do remember he does become a pirate at some point during his adventures, Conan himself. So that is it. There's not much to say more than that. Burning Sands by Michael Stocking. And check out the website, Crom's Anvil, if you want to get your hands on these. Other than that, I am sort of delving into 15mm Rangers of the Shadow Deep, so that might be my next video. And I'm looking into 15mm sci-fi, so I picked up a TARDIS, and this is Alternative Armies Gangers, because they look kind of XCOM-esque to me. I've got shotguns and sniper rifles. I've been playing the computer game Chimera Wars. Chimera, is that what you say? Again, just for I could be raising undead. I've got a necromancer and some undead archers. That's just in case I went into doing my Skyrim in 15mm. We've got some werewolves in the background there and some sort of common fantasy tropes. A ranger, a thief, a warrior with a sword and shield, and some sort of sage wizard in the background there. And I'm reading Predator's Call by Philip Reed, which is Monster Instruments. I've not seen the film yet. I read number 1. I really love the book. Almost finished number 2. And that's where I'm at. Everything sort of went a bit loopy with a lockdown, and now everything's been delivered at once. So yeah, crazy. Hoping for Call to Arms, hoping for Battle System Terrain, which will take me back into 28mm. So lots of weird changes, and yeah, let me know what you thought about the filming. This was using the webcam and trying to get it the best that I could. I know I've got another camera waiting at work, but I can't get to work. I don't know how I'm meant to get that posted at the moment. I keep looking into it. That's me in a nutshell. So yeah, this is my little escape from the real world. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Goodbye.